Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. May 23rd already. Man, this year is flying. Flying so fast I ain't got time to do anything. Yesterday I didn't do anything on this car. Yeah, it was a different day. A lot going on, but nothing here per se. Yeah. I did put up a members video yesterday, a compilation of a few days of here and there in the evenings. I didn't bore you with the stuff underneath here because it's soft. I already did that this morning. You can see I'm already dirty. I'm gonna grab that soft pad and I'm gonna go around all these just to make sure the curves look just the way I want. That one there, I'll grab the hard pad and work that radius a little bit so I can slightly feel it. And then I'll go over it with the soft pad. All right, guys, let me get sandpaper set up and we'll get busy.
That's why y'all see the way that we are. You don't never know in life. You might be smart. The life is good. And never be that little side shit. Side shit don't like that good. You know what I'm saying? So, if you get up, sit your house in order. Get it right, man. You need to stand inside you. This bill, on the third, she said, truth, and well, on me. She said, inform. And she made me, ask me, here's all I can do. You do everything you need to do. And I need to do one thing, and then I can, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do that hard as I go. So, I'm good at it all. Yeah, the kid, we had a picture of her laying in the grass saying, over at the old garden. Over, can he be?
Alright, I got that. It was just where the DA hit the edge of it. I wasn't happy with that. I've looked it over and pretty much most of it's right on the money, but I'm going to use this soft foam and I'm going to go over all that. Let it follow the curve. You know what? I'll move that over. I'm going to grab my rag so the water will be dripping on it as I'm sanding. I got to get out of this slump, guys.
If you need a high-performance portable generator at an unbeatable value, generators to Harbor Freight. Whether you need a generator to power your outdoor recreation fun, heavy-duty job site tools, or to keep the lights on at home.
Well, that was a short ride, Randy. I was expecting a little bit longer. you guys are thinking, well, you just sanded that whole thing. Well, I did that with the DA. And if you know me, I'm not fond of mechanically sanding. I like to go over it and double check to make sure everything is the way I want it. I think I'm gonna have to raise this thing up just a hair. Nice thing about having this soft pad, it's like sanding with your fingers, but it gives it a cushion so you don't put any grooves in it. You can feel what you're sanding a lot better with this one. I better check that message. Man, I'm getting about sick of bills, let me tell you. I'll be back. Look like you're doing a lot better, Bill. Glad to see you putting videos out again. I hate saying it, but I'm not positive I'm going to be able to make your live on Sunday this week. Just got so much going on. I don't even know if I'll be back in the state in time. Yeah, I got the heater going. It's like 38 degrees out here today. And I'm playing in water. Hey, Adam. I'll bet you're even warmer than we are, Bill. Shoot, I'll bet Adam's even warmer. It's crazy putting all this work into a demolition derby car. Yeah, I'm seeing sunshine for the first time in 3 days. I got up this morning, was not feeling it. I was sitting there on the front porch drinking my coffee and smoking a cigarette, and the sun popped through the clouds. I'm like, what's that? Yeah, I think most of the people across the country are ready for the rain to end. I'm ready for summer. Forget this cold stuff. Yeah, it makes for a really depressing mood. It does. It makes for a really depressing mood. If you guys watched last night's premiere, I started sanding on it with the DA. Everything's sanded now. I think I finished sanding it on tonight's premiere. All I'm doing now is going around making sure all the edges are done. I kind of figured that. That better not be another bill. Thank you. That relieves a little bit of stress anyways. I'll tell you, when you own a business, the bills never stop. And business bills are way higher than personal bills. It does get old. Come on now. My body and my mind think it's time for a vacation. But The wallet says you're joking, right? Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in that because inside that would have just set it over the top. As soon as it went out in the sun, it's like, what is this? Where did it go? Yeah, that would have set it over the top, that's for sure. I might have to go up the showroom and grab them and show it on video. I can go up and get them. Hey, who was it that was asking about the gunny wheels? If you're still in here, Grease Spot Garage is the owner. He can either set you up with buying these or set you up with the guy that sells them. I'll be I have a feeling this is going to be a short video, guys. I did most of this live on YouTube. So if you want to watch a lot of the sanding, slide over to the live from Friday and you'll see it. Dad-nabbit. I've got everything done except for this part of the door. I went to lunch and realized that I hadn't recorded much today. And I don't know what that weather wants to do. 1 minute it'll look like it's gonna get sunny and stay sunny and beautiful, and the next minute it's dreary and cold looking. I'm just ready for nice weather for a change. But I do live in Ohio, so I gotta take what I take. As far as I'm concerned, it is ready to go in the booth. I think what I need to do is go empty the booth. I ain't even turned lights on in there today. I don't have a whole lot of stuff in here, but hey, there's my caulking gun I was hunting for yesterday. The heck is all over that? That's weird. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll go ahead and get the booth clean. Who knows, I might even get that car up in here. All right, I'm gonna have to go grab my drill and get these out of here and get this stuff picked up. I think that'll be my best bet for the day. Alright, all those screws are out. I'll go put this stuff up and I'll come back and start picking up. Lots and lots of trash. We got lots and lots of trash. It happens. I'm still finding trash. All right. Now to get my blow gun. I got almost half of it pressure washed. The water will not go down. I'm gonna have to find a plumber that'll come in here and run an eel through that, I guess, because my plumber will not answer the calls for anybody anymore. Don't know what's going on with him. That sucks. If I had an eel, I'd do it myself. Seems like that's the only way anything's ever gonna get done, is doing it myself. All right, well, it's been a long enough week, agitating enough week. I just popped the temperature sensor out of this thing. This is 1/8 inch pipe. That is metric junk. I can't find an adapter. Parts store says, oh, I ain't got nothing for that. Dang it. I'm really kicking myself for even messing with that truck. I figured it'd be a good members video. Apparently not. I figured I'd make it better. Apparently not. And I have no idea why that drain is not draining. It's always drained. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Call it a weekend. Till the next one, have a blessed day.